to speaking out against this injustice and fighting to expose the truth about this criminal government in order to bring my husband home, back to his family. As you can see in this brief interview by my mom, she too knew Ed would never try to harm her or me.
So you're at the house on La Russell Lane?
Yes.
And there's a knock on the door?
At 7 in the morning.
And then what happens?
They come in and I was on the couch because I wasn't allowed to move. And they talked to Cyndi. They took her downstairs. And I could hear her just saying, oh no, I know. I mean, it was such a shock to her. And then they came up and they told me. One of them stayed with me and one of them went with her. The one stayed with me, so I didn't call anyone. And now I can see, you know, that they were trying to turn me against my son-in-law, which there was nothing to turn against. And they're just being ridiculous about this whole thing. I would really like to know what their true reasoning is, because Ed would never tried to dispose of his wife and his mother-in-law. To have to give up everything that they had, and they worked hard for it, both of them. I don't think that the government was treating this at all right. Well, even after they found the bomb on the car, the U.S. Marshal came up to her and said, well, we're not going to protect you.
I dedicate this video to my mom, who passed away about 2 months after her interview. May her last wish be fulfilled, as her last words to me were for me to keep fighting to win Ed's freedom. It is now June 11th, 2013, exactly 3 years since Ed's wrongful arrest. Ed is a political prisoner being held in maximum security at the Victorville Penitentiary, the Auschwitz of America, a prison that the worst of the worst criminals are sent to serve their time. Criminals that have committed crimes since they have been placed in prison, such as murder. It doesn't matter that according to the BOP point system, Ed qualifies for a minimum security prison, because he is a political prisoner, and for exercising his right to free speech, he is receiving the most extreme punishment. This is the way that the government continues to inflict further punishment. They further isolate him by continuing to deny me visitation, claiming it would be a security risk and safety issue for their guards and staff to have me see my husband. I have not seen Ed now for 19 months and fear they never will allow me to visit. They continually deny him proper health care and medications for known medical conditions he had prior to his arrest, and ignore his new medical issues since his incarceration. As a result, I am sad to report that Ed's health is not good. There is a continual interference with his mail, both to and from, including most of his legal mail, which makes him feel even more isolated and that he has been forgotten. Ed has been threatened by others in the prison and has had to seek refuge in solitary confinement, and gets out to find that the guards have allowed others to steal his belongings. It's as if they are still trying to kill him. However, hope springs eternal, as Ed's appeal is now set for oral argument in front of the Ninth Circuit Court on July 8th, 2013 at 9 a.m. in Portland, Oregon. I ask you to join me in prayers that the Ninth Circuit Court will see the injustice and rule that Ed gets a new trial. A new trial where he will be properly defended by an honest attorney that will fight for the truth to be heard and for Ed's freedom. The day that I pray for daily. In the meantime, speak out against the injustice that our out-of-control government inflicts on innocent people such as my husband Ed, David Hingston, Mark Taylor, and way too many others. It is our only hope to stop this tyrannical government from unjustly imprisoning more innocent people. If we don't, even you could be next, or a loved one like my husband. I don't want that. Do you? Pray for me to have the strength to continue the fight for justice, for I need your prayers. May God bless us all.
You've never been in trouble, you've never been in jail before, you've never had any serious, any run-ins with the law. It's a complete lifestyle change. I mean, how do you adjust to something like that? And has it gotten any easier?
It is a lifestyle change. I've never done anything wrong, including this case, incidentally. And I don't deserve this. I've led an exemplary life, what I thought was a truly successful and admirable life, what everybody else thinks is and has been as well. To be here is a shock, an injustice of the first order. I am up close and personal dealing with the tyranny and the corruption that I have warned America about through my writings and through the cases I've handled for 30 years of a legal career as a trial lawyer.
And now that you're facing it and you're experiencing it every day, I guess it's probably hard to say what it feels like when it's...
Well, it's kind of ironic because I always thought I'd like to end my career with one big case of involving real government tyranny and genuine wrongdoing that you could point to, and people would be marching in the streets, and lo and behold, ironically, I've almost got that case and it's mine.